Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. And today we've got another science episode where we're going to see if our various rounds of ammunition, small arms ammunition, can defeat a quick-acting watertight door. These are extremely standard on ships. They're about the same thickness as a lot of the interior bulkheads on the ship. Are these rounds just going to ricochet around the inside of the ship? Are they going to be able to defeat armor like this if somebody's on the other side? So we're going to test that out and find out just how effective the interior partition bulkheads and watertight doors and features like that on the battleship are at stopping various calibers of standard small arms ammunition. Again, we are out here with some experts. Do not try this at home. This is not an original Battleship New Jersey door, and this door no longer functions in a watertight capacity, so we could not replace a door on New Jersey with it. So we're going to test this out, and then we're going to take it back to the ship and display it. So, sometimes in science, your results are not what you expect. Sometimes they're inconclusive. This I would consider a failed experiment. So, you'll see the door stopped 22, both from a pistol and a rifle. No surprises there, even the helmets could do that. But the 9mm went straight through. And so did the 45, and of course 44 Magnum and 50 AE went through as well, as did the 5.7 fired out of a pistol. The only round besides the 22 that didn't go through was the 40 Smith & Wesson. One hit right here where it's a lot thicker. The other one hit over here very close to the 45 round and just couldn't punch through. So initially, extremely concerned that this is not stopping even standard pistol caliber rounds. That should not be the case. This thing is at least 3/8 of an inch thick. And then we read the tag. The tag says what material it's made out of, aluminum. It comes from a lighter ship, not from a battleship. So that's why we didn't use it on board, because the battleship uses exclusively steel doors. This thing can't stop even shrapnel. It's so thin and weak. So it doesn't manage to help us with our experiment to see what caliber rounds the battleship doors can stop because it's so much weaker than that. But it does show us something very interesting. Aluminum is often substituted on a variety of Navy ships to help save weight. Aluminum was calculated to have about half of the armor capacity of steel. So for example, USS Enterprise CV-65 is built with an 8-inch aluminum armor belt, as opposed to the 4-inch steel belts which ships like the Nimitz-class carriers or the Essex-class carriers are built with. And the idea was that's going to be lighter than steel, even though it's twice as thick, and it'll have the same equivalent protective value. And so this really doesn't have much protective value there, and it's going to burn at a lower temperature. Now, one cool thing this does show us that does relate to the battleship, come over here to the back side of the door. So, one thing that this door does show us that relates to the battleship is that layered armor is more effective than just one sheet of armor. Sounds like a no-brainer, but check out right here where the paint's all been blasted away. It almost looks like a Rising Sun logo now. That's where the 9mm punched through the outer layer of the steel, and then it hit this reinforcing bar on the inside, and that did stop it. The round expended so much of its energy punching through the first layer of steel, and it probably also rotated some, so it's no longer as aerodynamic as it was, that it no longer had the energy to punch through a second layer, even though this layer is maybe 2 inches away. So Battleship New Jersey pretty famously eschews one solid thick exterior plate of armor in favor of a layered armor system with the 1.5 inch thick shell plating designed to slow down an enemy armor piercing projectile, decap it, and cause it to tumble, so that by the time it hits the main armored belt, that armored belt only has to be 12.1 inches thick, but it will still stop many battleship caliber shells. And so we're seeing that in action right here. So where does that leave us? We're gonna have to try and we'll wait for another door to make itself available, and then we'll come out and try this experiment again later on with a actual steel door next time. I should have done the magnet test. If it's magnetic, it's steel. It's one of those tools that I tell everybody in the curatorial department, carry a flashlight with you in case the lights go out, carry a magnet with you so you can tell what material something's made out of. Didn't follow my own rule. Anyway, we'll retry this test again in the future and let you know the results at that time. In the meantime, we really enjoyed doing this science experiment. Let us know if there's any other science experiments you'd like to see us attempt in the future. In the past, we tried to burn different uniform components to see what materials burn better. We've now shot a couple of things. We tried a World War II life jacket to see if it still had flotation. Like these field trips to do science are some of my favorite videos. So let us know if you can think of anything else in the comment section down below. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. It gives us the time to go out and do science. You can support us at the link in the description below, or by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find about our museum and the channel. Thanks for watching.